Bank Negara says Malaysia's gross domestic product or GDP grew by 6.4% in the second quarter this year. The better-than-expected figure was attributed to strong domestic consumer demand and export performance. Domestic demand stood at 5.7%, while exports grew faster than expected at 8.8%. Meanwhile, on the supply side, the agricultural and mining sectors grew by 7.1% and 2.1% respectively. Manufacturing shot up by 7.3% and construction expanded by 9.9%. The central bank's governor, Tan Sri Dr. Zeti Akhtar Aziz, told reporters today that the solid second quarter growth means overall growth for this year will exceed earlier projections. Bank Negara had forecast between 4.5% to 5.5% GDP growth for the whole year. Zeti said exports and private sector activity remain as the key drivers of growth during the second quarter. Public consumption declined marginally by 1.3%. Similarly, public investment fell by 3.3% due to lower spending on fixed asset by both the federal government and public enterprises. Meanwhile, Zeti said that this year's 3 to 4% inflation rate projection will stay as the economy remains stable.
However, we expect that during 2015 that inflation will temporarily rise as a result of some price adjustments taking place. Nevertheless, in 2016, the inflation will again stabilize and come down to the long-term average levels.
The central bank said it will not revise projections of inflation rate and growth prospect until the percentage increase of the Goods and Services Tax or GST is officially announced. However, Zeti said the new consumption tax is unlikely to impact the nation's growth next year.
It is very unlikely that it's going to have any significant material effect on growth because there is any price adjustments made by the government will be also accompanied, as it has been announced, by income transfers to support lower income groups that have a high marginal propensity to spend and consume.
Malaysia is expected to implement the GST in April 2015, but the government has yet to release the list of zero-rated and exempted goods. Jacqueline Peng, DHTV.